And I could do it during this. I could do it after, depending on how I do it. But story time. Something happened in California that a lot of people are not reporting on. I haven't even seen too many TikToks about it. I've seen like minimum coverage on this, and I don't know why. But it happened all over different parts of Southern California, specifically in the LA regions in Long Beach, Seal Beach, and it also happened in Compton, and it happened a few other places in the SoCal area. Basically, I'll say it because I don't really. I was gonna do like story time or like that, but I'm probably just gonna do it now while I'm playing the game because I really won't have time. Especially if I'm gonna play more Genshin Impact with along with Sky and a few other people, or just kind of vibe out. But essentially, what happened is there was multiple explosions, and I mean explosions. I mean the whole 9 yards. There was giant explosions that. Were fire, the flames, everything, the whole 9 yards, and they happened multiple times. The first one I heard over my headphones, and I was watching. I was watching specifically Gen V is called, which is like the newer show by the voice spinoff. Anyways, I heard it over my headphones, and it was like noise canceling, and then I immediately went outside. What's this? I just got that thing. My network died on me. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for that. But anyways, yeah, we had multiple explosions go throughout California. And the first one, I was like, okay, what the fuck is that? Went outside. All my neighbors were outside because it sounded like an actual mortar shell. And we didn't know what it was. So, like, everyone was outside. We were all, like, car alarms were going off. And there was smoke off in the distance. And there was... like flames occasionally. But we all kind of like went around the area and we kind of just looked around and like everyone was available. Everything was like, we didn't know what it was. Everyone was kind of outside. We're all kind of looking around. And then another explosion went off with our parking garage. And we saw the fire. We saw the flames at the top of our parking garage. And we decided to go up to the top because we didn't know if anyone was hurt or anything like that. We didn't know what the hell it was. So myself and another person went up there. We went to the very top. And this is about like 10 floors. We went up about 10 floors. Stairs. We didn't take the elevator because we didn't know what it was. And we went to each floor. Nothing was in any of the floors. We went to the very top. There was no scorch marks, no nothing. But not even like maybe less than 20 seconds before, there was fire that exploded off the top of the like the edges of the parking garage, and there was smoke, everything. And then we went up there, checked it out. There was no evidence there was an explosion up there. There's no scorch marks or nothing. There was a black car up there. We went to the black car. There was no damage to the black car when we were up there either. And then we looked over the side, to see if we could see anything from the horizon. And immediately, I counted them, there was 11 squad cars immediately showed up. And this was within 5 minutes of this explosion going off. And then a fire truck, ambulance, they all showed up. It was weird, like it was planned. Like, how did they get there so fast? How did the reports get by so fast? Why did they go to this exact location? Why it went off in 2 other locations by this time? And there was so many weird things that happened. And the police didn't just like stop there. They straight up just like, they didn't take any police reports. They didn't take any pictures or anything. Well, actually, that's not true. Sorry. They went to the very top, and they got out of the vehicle, took pictures of the black car that was on the top level, and then they just got back in their squad vehicle and left. But only one car did that out of all of them. And there was, I think there was 11 squad cars that were there, and they went all the way up to the very top of the parking garage. And like I said, they asked us, hey, did you hear a loud explosion? And they didn't mention it as an earthquake. They didn't play it off as like, a terrorist attack. They didn't play off anything other than, did you see anything about an explosion? and that was it. And then like they all kind of, as another one went off, they just kind of like left. But like there was a fire truck there was ambulance, there was 11 squad cars. Why do you need 11 squad cars to go investigate this one thing? And especially if there were multiple things, but there was no evidence there was an explosion going off though. It was like there was no scorch marks, there was no evidence that it happened. But everyone visually saw it. We all audibly heard it as well. Like we saw it, we smelt it, everything. But the only thing that was left behind evidence of that being a giant explosion was there was a smell of like a chemical burning smell mixed with almost like a plastic or a sulfur. There was like a really chemical based burning smell. But yeah, it completely engulfed the top half of the parking garage. But yeah, there was multiple explosions, I guess, throughout the night, and along with just like the sightings of it. And then the next morning, about 12 hours later, they actually had a news reporting on it. It's just happening near you. Yeah, it's just happening near me. But on the news reported as helicopter military drills. And then they showed videos of them like storming buildings that were not out in town, that were not in the affected areas that they were showing the footage of, which means this is pre-done footage. And not just that, the sounds, not just the sounds, but the sights that we were seeing, the explosions, all so many different things, were none of the drills they were explaining that they were doing, which was really fucking weird. I just thought it was really also strange they sent that amount of people, and the time that it happened versus when they showed up was also very bizarre. I don't know what happened. I don't know what they're covering up. I don't know what this whole thing was happening, but something happened because the police weren't knew anything about it. And if they did, they only came there to take a picture and leave, with that many people doing it. But they also just like, they didn't make any police reports. They asked a few questions, but they didn't tell us to get away from the area. They didn't make any police reports. They didn't do anything. They just quickly investigated the area, looked to see if anything was there, and left. And then the news immediately after, they say that the military were doing some random drills, which doesn't make sense because there also was no helicopters in the area that we had seen. So we have no idea what the fuck this is. And I feel it's just a precursor to something much bigger. But like, I was like, what the hell? Like, what is this? Like, I didn't know what the hell to think of it. And yeah, I just feel someone knows something, and I feel they're covering up something, because whenever something they don't want us to know, they say, oh, it's routine military drills. And no, the fuck it wasn't.
Teams are trying to reach them, but
nobody's answering.
No.
But yeah, that's my little story, because I didn't know how far I wanted to get into this game, because things were like stopping me from playing a little bit here and there, just kind of going different tangents and stuff. But yeah, just crazy shit going on in California. And then we have weird sickness things that are going around. They have leprosy that's happening in Florida right now, and it's like a dead leprosy, but it's like coming back in like a really strong wave. There's also like a crazy amount of like statewide that they put in for inventories of not just local stores, but also quite a bit of medical facilities. They like nearly bought like a lifetime supply of body bags from multiple states, which I was very interesting of looking at different places. I was like, that's kind of weird. I don't know. I just feel like they're preparing for something big, and a lot of people might say like, oh, it's the Project Blue Bean, or it's this conspiracy theory, it's this conspiracy theory, it's this conspiracy theory. But I don't know anymore.
What a
I
shitty night.
I have no idea what to expect. For the past few years, I have no idea what to expect because it feels like every week is a new, like, just record breaking thing or new event that has never happened before, or like just historical event, just a crazy historical event. It seems like every week zombies are coming, lol. Yeah, I've heard that too, and a lot of people have been talking about that, and I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of zombie viruses aren't new. My time being alive and traveling the world and been to a lot of different places, I've been quarantined for in different locations, told not to come to different countries for a lot of reasons. Specifically, the most common places that I was informed of these kind of sicknesses was Africa and also parts of Indonesia. And they specifically told us that, like, when I was traveling, it's like that these were zombie like and things, or rabies, or violent, causing the host to violently break out in being aggressive or biting or scratching or something that's like abnormally violent and zombie like.
Nothing, Pumpkin. What were you saying?
So like in my experience, zombie viruses, quote unquote, are not a new thing to me. It's just they've never been as a global threat yet.
My psychiatrist.
But the thing about leprosy, however, that's just one fucking mutation from being the Walking Dead, I feel sometimes. And it coming back in multiple states in America already, including places like Florida, and knowing the Florida man, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's weird. To say short, it's weird. I don't know. We live in a crazy world.
But now we'll be together.
Well, I gotta go now. I have a good stream and enjoy your stream and have a story time too. Of course. Bye, take care. Of course, I will see you in the next stream, of course.
What's going on?
I also stream on Twitch. I'm also on VStream and on YouTube and everything as well. Here for the have a crazy world, yeah. Yeah. I have no idea what to expect in the coming days, years, weeks, whatever form of time anymore, but
Wait here.
we'll get through it.
The Hazel
We'll get through it, Twitch. Chat.
our grown-ups coming. And
We'll get through it.
mother needs to talk to them.
We have become a very strong society in these past few years
If you want.
that we are definitely going to survive whatever hits us or comes flying at us. Some might not, but the majority will survive this. This generation is just built different. Millennials, Gen Zs, we're built for an apocalyptic world.
Hey, man.
You gotta expect it. Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
Just tonight.
Yeah.
Hazel wanted